Welcome to DreamHack Tonight. Yeah, edition. God damn it!
No, that's pretty funny.
You know what the fuck I do?
Welcome to DreamHack Tonight, Release Radar Edition. I'm Justin Burnham.
Alex Jebailey.
This week, we're going to give you our suggested 2020 console guide for day one purchases. You don't have to listen to us. We'd like to think we know what we're talking about, but this is our opinions. Whether you actually value it or not, we don't care, but we're still going to give it to you. Moving on to buying, the first things first is hardware, right? You kind of can't do it without day one hardware. There's two editions. Let's jump into the PlayStation first. PlayStation has digital version and then has the physical version.
Which PlayStation is this one, Justin?
PlayStation 5. What? I mean, if I have to tell you which PlayStation it is,
you
then
never
shouldn't be
know,
watching
man.
this
Hey,
show.
you know, with Xbox, we'll get to it. People are buying the Xbox One X and thinking it's the Series X, but continue. You never know.
Well, PlayStation 5, for those that don't know how to count, is that better? So PlayStation 5 has two versions. It has the physical one and the digital one. Me, I'm going digital. I know, Alex, you're a collector, and to each their own, but I have no interest in clogging up my house with any physical stuff, and I'd rather save the $100 on digital. What about you, man?
I always go physical because I do collect games. I don't collect as many games as you would think with everything that's behind me. I've traded in a lot of stuff over the years, but the fact obviously it only plays PS4 games is great. I want to lean to digital because the moment you put a disc in, it just downloads updates anyways, and then you gotta, get up to actually put it back in, which none of us like doing since 2000. But I'm going physical because I actually collect movies and ultra Blu-rays as well, which PS4 didn't have. Xbox One X had that advantage with the Ultra HD, but now they have it. So it's just nice to have the disc drive. An extra, you're already spending $400. What's an extra 100 just in case you want to, put your old collection in once in a while? So I'd rather have something I want or have something I want rather than have something I need and not get it. So
It makes sense considering your background and how much money you spent really kind of foolishly. So I'm sure you'd rather spend the extra $100 on that. But I mean, it absolutely makes, and that's what's funny too, because you make fun of me being a little older than you, yet I'm actually more modern and future thinking, buying the digital version where you buy the physical version, and you actually still said you play Blu-ray DVDs. So that's kind of
once
funny.
in a while. No, everything's on Apple TV now, which is excitedly coming. They're releasing Apple TV across the place, so consoles will now have that. So yeah, if I can load up all my Apple movies, then I would go. It is future proofing, but they tried it last generation to have no disk drives, and there is a place for it for people like you. But then there's people that still like their physicals.
Like me. What's that supposed to mean?
People that don't like to collect stuff, which is good. I wish I had that aspect. I would be richer. But so it is future proofing though, because one day it is going to happen where everything's just digital download. But for now, I like to keep my physicals and catch up on some PS4 games I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, no, and I get it. I mean, to me, specs are the same, right? Everything's the same except you want digital or physical. Right there's enough for me to save $100. So jumping on to the other physical things, accessories of a PlayStation, I'm not much of an accessory guy, so this list for me is super short. You and others might go accessory crazy, but all I need are extra controllers and extra storage. I don't care about anything else. If maybe the headset, but a lot of times when I play online on a console, I'll just put all the audio and everything through the TV. But I don't know. Me for just console and storage because I do buy a lot of games, and these freaking games take up so much.
I just said Call of Duty Black Ops will be 100 gigs out of the gate. So.
That's nuts. That is nuts. What about you? Are you big on accessories?
Yeah. I mean, I have PSVR. I have a lot of customized controllers, which are really cool. Thank you, Astro, for the C40. But it is cool that this generation, when we went from PS3 to PS4, fight sticks in my industry, fighting games, people wanted to use them. So it became a developer thing where the developers had to activate the ability to use legacy accessories. But it seems a lot of things transferring over with either a simple adapter or you'll be able to use your old headsets on the newer systems, which is good. I'll probably get the adapter that's free for any PSVR owner. If you just show your serial code to Sony, they'll send you a free little adapter because they've removed that PSVR port on the back. Webcam I probably won't get. I didn't really use it much. I have the older one. Extra controller. Actually, you can get a PS5 controller already.
You have one, don't you?
I do downstairs. I forgot to get it. I'm not going to run down. I know. Hold on. Let me get it. 2 seconds.
What? Did you just leave? Oh my god, he left. Oh, this is gonna be the best show ever now that he's gone. Oh god, I'm so happy. I've been trying to get him gone forever. So let's just talk about video games without him since his knowledge actually kind of sucks. And the fact that he's gone probably makes you guys want to stay even watch the show even more. So on accessories, I mean, I don't like to spend much
I
money as
got it.
him.
I got it. I
No,
got
we
it.
don't want you. Don't
All right.
shit.
So here's the PS5 DualSense. Doesn't come with a USB-C cable, which obviously a lot of things are saving on environmental costs and stuff. But so pick one up before if you do get an extra controller, because you might have to charge both at once. Hold on, I lost my breath. I haven't done cardio today.
And there we go. And he's not
But
in
no,
shape.
honestly, I'm impressed with it. The feel of it, I think it's great. They seem to just incremental adjustments to the controller, but I'm excited that I feel next gen in my hands with the haptic feedback when it does happen. So,
Oh,
but yeah,
good.
there you
I'm
go.
glad it's next gen you feel in your hands during the
Yeah.
show. Um, so, but,
So mean.
moving on to the games of PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5, I mean, I'm not really excited about any of the launch games, and we'll get to Xbox later. In terms of, I think there are some great ones, but I think there also leaves a lot to be desired in terms of exclusives. I think is more the line, I guess. But for me, my shopping list is Valhalla. I know it's multi-platform, but Valhalla, Call of Duty, Demon Souls, Pathless, Godfall, Spider-Man, and Bugsnax. It's a lot of games. Now, I don't Assassin's Creed needs no introduction. I mean, it's a Vikings themed. I love Vikings. I love Assassin's Creed. It works. The new Call of Duty looks amazing based on Russia and Cold War and looks just there's gonna be a lot of fun to have that. I think it's super tight. Demon Souls, I'm a huge Demon Souls player. Love it. I'm a fool for things that are difficult. The Pathless, I don't know if you saw that, but that's an actual indie that's very much focused on the art kind of direction, the art house
Yep.
direction. It's super, super good. There's not much combat in it, but it's Annapurna Interactive, and I mean, it's a very well strong narrative. Godfall looks amazing, and I'm a sucker for a looter. I'm hoping it's good, but it's a new property, and Spider-Man, that needs no introduction. It's Spider-Man, it's Insomniac. And then Bug Snacks is a super, super cute game, and I'm not usually into that many cute games, but it's the guys from Octodad, and it looks super charming. So that's my big expensive day one shopping list. What about
Yeah.
you?
I think PS5 is one of the first systems to come with a built-in game with the Astrobots game that is supposedly supposed to show you all
Oh yeah,
the
uh-huh.
things that you can do with the DualSense. So I always look forward to, when you open up a system, you want a game out of the box and stuff. But Spider-Man, I'm most excited for. I played the whole thing on PS4 to death, and then I kind of held off knowing that Miles Morales was coming out. And now to replay the Spider-Man remastered plus this should keep me busy for a few days. Demon Souls, I played the original. I haven't really played Bloodborne or any of the other ones to
You don't
completion,
strike me
but
as a Demon
uh,
Souls guy.
I mean, you should see me stream it sometime. Very stressful, but it looks amazing. And then 60 frames. Like I love how 60 frames is the big deal now. But the one thing that PS5 has the advantage out of, and like you said, you like to play future games, but the collection of PS Plus games that are coming out, like God of War, if you never got to play it on the last generation, Last Guardian, very awesome game, and then a bunch: Detroit, Arkham Knight, Last of Us
Mhm.
Remastered, Persona 5, Resident Evil 7. So to have those playable with that's like $60 subscription now will keep people busy that might have skipped the PS4 generation and bring them back in. So those are the main games though: Miles Morales, Demon Souls, and then every next gen console I like to get the newest sports game, and that looks like NBA 2K 21. That should show off how really next gen the consoles are.
Yeah, no, and I get it. I mean, if you miss those, it's good to actually go back to those. I'm one of those guys that really I don't usually ever miss a title. So
Yeah.
I've played it, I've already done it, and I don't really look back. I'm very much a move forward guy, but I get the value of it. It's just not for me. Let's jump on to Xbox. So, I mean, and the reason we're doing both is because Alex and I are big console players, gamers in general. So we're buying both. So in
Yeah.
case you're buying one or the other, we're just giving you recommendations on both to cover the bases. But Alex and I will be spending all the money on this for sure. Especially Alex, if you
You
can
get to
see how.
business expense yours too, right? Because we're in the
Yeah,
gaming
of
industry.
course, it's a write-off. So on the hardware, I mean, this is more of a no-brainer in my opinion. Xbox Series X for me, because if you go Series S, you are taking the less powerful. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, unless you're on a budget, which Alex, you probably should be. You shouldn't really
Thanks,
go Series
COVID.
S. But me, this is a no-brainer, so I don't really need to harp on this. I mean, if you have the money, Series X all the way, not Series S.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat again. Physical. I still have my Xbox One X. I do play a lot of Game Pass games on it. And as soon as you get this new one, I'm probably just going to get rid of it and learn from you because I'm most excited about. You were talking about memory. It does suck that they use these new SSDs, not in terms of loading faster games and all that, but you're gonna have to buy expensive SSDs if you want
Yeah.
that next gen quality and speed of loading and saving and all that. So the new one, the cool thing that Xbox One X will beat out of the gate is you can actually still Series X. See, you can beat it out of the gate and use your old. I have a 5 terabyte hard drive on my Xbox One X that I can literally take over to the Series X and play all those games from it instantly. PlayStation 5, you got to do a transfer system.
Oh
It's not
yeah.
as easy.
Mhm.
So I think Xbox definitely gets the advantage on that, but definitely going physical. Although if the S wasn't lesser quality like 1440p instead of 4K, I would have gone with that actually because on my Xbox One, I never really put many discs in it. So
No, I agree with that. I mean, the power is what did it. It wasn't physical versus digital in this
yeah.
case. It was like, I want the more powerful console. It's
But
future thinking, right?
that $200 difference though makes a huge difference, I think, for a lot of people that are just want to dive into games.
Right.
Because me personally, I'm a PlayStation guy, but Game Pass plus that S for new people getting into video games, younger kids, I think is probably going to be the best buy of the generation.
No, I mean, it's all about accessibility with Game Pass, with every Xbox really nailed accessibility, and we can go into that later. But
Yep.
jump into the accessories. I mean, I'm not going to harp again. Again, I am super boring in the accessory department. I mean, you all were talking about PC accessories in regards to like OBS and all that kind of stuff, and I don't really use a lot of that shit. I'm straight to the point, and so for me, it's extra controller in a hard drive space. I mean, because I'm the old school hardcore where I just want to sit down and game out. I don't care about all the bling. I don't care about the extra controller to press Netflix. I don't care about any of that stuff because
The
I think
media
that's nuts,
controller.
you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Are you planning on buying any accessories here?
We already have all we need. The the current controllers work just the same. I think the new Series X controller just adds a button. I actually forgot what it does. I think it's a share option. But if you already have Xbox One controllers, you're good. And that's
Yeah.
another great thing that they're kind of making it the PC, right? Like if you're a PC gamer, you have backwards compatibility for life, right? And Xbox is they're kind of blurring the lines between PC and console now with both PS5 and Xbox One X, but they have the advantage on that. So really, just the system's all I need right now. Because hope and thank God they're not doing Connect again. That worked out real well.
Hey,
So,
I still do. I still use that.
do you do
No,
the
I'm kidding.
Disney
No, I did.
game?
No, I
The
no,
Disney
no.
game, and you walk through the
No.
park?
See, that's just the thing. It's just like I've never been an accessories guy. So whether if it came with a system like Connected or anything like that, or even the Wii, I never used the wheel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that was never me. I would love to see from a business side how much money these accessories make. I mean, maybe they're a lot more successful than I think they are, but
Yep.
I just want to game. I don't really care what I look like gaming. You know what I mean? So I mean, onto the
Obviously, you
games,
don't
which
care what
is
you look like. Look at you. But yeah, go ahead.
all right. All right. Don't be jealous. All right, that's fine. On to the games. The games are really what we care about the most, obviously, as long as we have the hardware. Now, PlayStation, I think, has a longer tail with some of the exclusive that they did announce, like the new God of War and stuff like that we'll probably touch on in a little bit. But, Xbox owns tons of studios now with the Bethesda acquisition and stuff like that. But not many are coming out again with the launch, and launch is kind of deflated here a little bit. But I'm all about Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm all over that. For anyone that doesn't know, it's an RPG take on Yakuza. I absolutely think it's a super interesting take on Yakuza. I'm all for it. Bright Memory was fantastic, albeit short. It's been on PC before, but it's the first time on console. I mean, it's made by one guy, and it looks beautiful. It's again, I think it's in the short range. I think maybe it's an hour long. It's not too long, but it's a phenomenal experience for one guy. Gears Tactics. I'm a big XCOM player, and it's finally coming from PC to console, so that's a no-brainer for me. And then I'm interested in Falconeer. I don't know if you saw Falconeer, but
I have not.
um,
No.
I don't know if you ever remember Crimson Skies or any plane
Oh
games
yeah.
that were very arcadey.
Panzer
Falconeer.
Dragoon almost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Falconeer is very much, again, kind of self-explanatory. People on falcons and very Crimson Skiesy, so it looks arcade planes and it looks fun. It looks super fun. So I might pop that one in. What about you? What's on your list?
I mean, when you think
Anything?
Xbox, you think Halo, You think Forza, you think Gears of War. That's all I can think about. Right? That's what I have a
No,
game that's
Fable.
excited for. Well, Fable's good too, right? But the current generation of kids don't understand how great that game was. But software, in my opinion, sells consoles. That's why Nintendo continues to be successful when they bring back their IPs. I think PlayStation, obviously, every launch is never the greatest. They only have a couple games, and
Yeah.
it's like maybe the second, third year is when it really these systems come into their own. But you're just getting excited for a brand new awesome system, and I do love the form factor of it compared to PS5. I think especially the Xbox One X, I think is the greatest console in terms of design and just simplicity. And then the new one does look like a mini fridge, but it's still a lot smaller than that damn PS5, which is the size of a tube TV at this point. But I do think that I think Xbox One X had a little edge over PS4 with a lot of 60 frames per second games and 1080p or 4K. So I'm
Mhm.
curious to see how like NBA 2K and that stuff look. But out of the gate, there's really nothing. Yakuza Like a Dragon, yes, because it'll be the first next gen version of it. But Xbox, just you're supposed to get all the games, but the Bethesda acquisition, I think, is gonna be huge if they only do it on Xbox with all their Obsidians and all their RPGs and stuff. So we'll see. But right now, when I get both systems, I'm going to be playing the PS5 a hell of a lot more.
No, I agree. I mean, and also too, it's really important to note and state that all launch cycles kind of are rusty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I think maybe from recent memory, if I can actually remember, I think PS2s was pretty solid. You know, I had SSX and stuff. I'm trying to remember. God, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
But point is you got to think of the long tail. It's like, okay, you have the Fable, you have, Elder Scrolls 6, you have, all these other things that and then you have PlayStation's properties, which are golden, Ghost of Tsushima, will
Yeah.
will we see
Well,
another
they
Last
keep
of
busting
Us?
out new stuff, but who
Yeah.
knows? This launch could have been completely different and COVID didn't happen. Who knows what is probably been delayed that we didn't know about and stuff. But we forgot to mention actually Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That
there
is
you
the
go.
killer
Yeah,
app
but
for
that's not a launch one.
PS5. Yeah, it's not a launch, it's next year, but that got a lot of people excited. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest titles of next year.
Well, I mean, moving on to that, let's close with like, some miscellaneous pointers, right? You can't forget smart delivery. I mean, for me, just so, my shopping list, I guess, is I'm going to re-download Borderlands because they're doing an update on that one. I'm going to re-download No Man's Sky, and then Gears 5. Those three are getting day one updates for smart delivery and day one enhancements. So I'm all about that. I
Yep.
mean, the smart delivery system is definitely, that's why it's like, I get the whole point of PlayStation's properties, but Xbox has a longer plan of accessibility with their system and then all the studios they purchased to
Yep.
where that could sway the long tail vision. But yeah, I mean, you're a big fan of the Game Pass, as am I.
I think, I mean, it's too much content. Like you said, you only play the new stuff. It's a lot of the best part about Xbox is they've already announced all their big titles like Halo and Forza and all that. When they come out, they'll be automatically available on Game Pass. So I think this is going to set the tone for making it a Netflix style
Yeah.
gaming industry going forward. So I think that's going to be great. The smart delivery, just you, because we have so many games we own that we probably haven't had a chance to play with. And the fact that we'll be able to bounce right into them is honestly the greatest thing about most of next gen. I wish PS5 could play the originals, but if you want to play the older games, just go buy that console if you're that, want to do it. So, but smart delivery, Game Pass will have a great head start, but the PS Plus library out of the gate, I think, will be a great seller. So, but we'll see. It doesn't matter to us though, because we buy all the systems. So,
Yeah, it absolutely does. You can come to
but
my house, you can come to Alex's house, you can actually play the systems. I mean, you might want to go to Alex's house. He has more little fun action
yeah,
figures you can play with. Maybe you
you
guys
got
can all.
three dogs. I got one that I can manage.
Yeah, I mean, he's
So
very, very single, so it's not like he'll have any company. So it's just,
please don't politicize or talk about my dating life on our show. Thank you. But yeah, anyways, but no, this is awesome actually, because looking at you, you'd think you'd be outdated with console knowledge and stuff and still be playing your Atari. I mean, you're probably gonna get that new Atari system that you can put your own PCOS on. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of Release Radar. Be excited. This has been a rough year, but we have next gen consoles coming to get us excited for what's ahead. So definitely check out the games, comment, like, and subscribe. Let us know what games you're going to buy out of the gate, which system you're going to get. Don't make it a console war like we're all used to over the years. Just have fun with whatever you decide to purchase and make it your own.
And thanks to our sponsors, Simply Nook, Astro, and Blue Microphone, who donate to like Alex, for example, because he's very broke and can't afford some of these products. And then also, too, if you do buy some of these systems in these games, please don't forget Alex because he can't afford much. So maybe you guys do a little family share with him on those consoles and other various things.
Oh,
But
I forgot
you know,
about that.
for Alex,
Yeah.
but thanks for watching. Take care.
Enjoy Community Clash.